7 is the time right now. This morning, reaction continues to pour in the potential plans to move two D.C. sports teams to Northern Virginia, the Washington Capitals and the Washington Wizards. Now, both are owned by Monumental Sports and Entertainment. We've been following this story since news broke yesterday afternoon. Now, let me get you caught up on what's happening here. First, a group of state lawmakers in Richmond voted in favor of a deal yesterday. Right now, we're told that the Potomac Yards neighborhood is being eyed as the location, but the Virginia General Assembly and local officials in Alexandria would still need to approve this plan, and Monumental Sports would also need to agree, so a full decision still well off. Now, since the news first broke, we've been asking if you'd still travel to the game if the Wizards and Caps were moved to Virginia. And take a look at the responses so far. It seems to be pretty mixed. Some of you saying yes, citing the growing crime in the district, while others saying no because Washington sports teams deserve to stay in the city in D.C. Now, one person texted us writing, "I would love for more events to move to Maryland or Virginia. Washington has become too hard to drive into or park. Washington needs more parking areas and less ways of getting parking tickets." While another person wrote, "As a native Washingtonian, I would not support any of the Washington, D.C. sports teams if they moved to Virginia." Now, let's talk about this. You can keep weighing in, by the way. Let's talk about this because I can recall when the Montreal Expos moved. We're familiar with this. They moved from Montreal to Washington and became the Nats. They started working on the stadium in '06. I was there in September 2007 when they played their last game at RFK. A year later, 2008, they moved into a almost $700 million stadium down there. And do you remember the area? You both of you are very familiar because you're pretty much born and raised here. All warehouses down there.
Oh, yeah.
Development took over, and now they got the stadium. They got the soccer stadium down there as well. And it completely revitalized. Now, the key here is how much is this going to cost? Right now, stadiums are going for over $1 billion, stadiums and facilities. We're talking about whether it's basketball or football. They're going for over $1 billion.
Right.
The question is who's going to pay for it? Is it going to be taxpayer money or is it going to be privately funded money?
And concerts and stuff would still go on, right?
Concerts,
what you don't want is a big vacant area now.
Right. You would still, if they were to move and go to Virginia, it would still be used for other things, concerts or other activities. But again, I'll give you this frame of reference before I stop talking here. The Golden State Warriors back in 2019, they moved into their new facility from Oakland to San Francisco, over $1 billion. The LA Clippers in the NBA also moving to a new facility this summer, 2024, over $1 billion. Both of those, though, are privately funded, so the taxpayers don't have to foot the bill for the actual facility.
Yeah.
So
and those
we'll
are some
see what
important
happens
questions
here.
that we need answers on.
Yes. All right. So again, look at this. Keep weighing in. Text us 202-895-5599. Use the hashtag GetUpDC on any of our social media pages.
All right, and 640 will be, of course, staying on top of this very closely in the coming days and weeks. A lot of conversation around it. And as soon as we get updates, we'll be posting them on our